We all need to be clear about this. This is an example being demonstrated to the rest of the world and to all of us in real time. And we need to act in our own self-defense to stop all of these reactionary governments and their alliance in protecting Western settler colonialism and its perpetuation of continuing white supremacy throughout the world.
2 days ago, on Friday, May 2nd, the Israeli state bombed a ship off the coast of Malta.
Get them a flag!
Now, why this is significant is that this ship was a boat run by the Freedom Flotilla coalition, delivering life-saving aid that we all paid for, that you paid for, to be delivered to Gaza, to save people's lives as they are experiencing starvation by the occupation. They are being genocided. They have no food, they have no water, they have no health care. Their hospitals are being bombed.
Intentionally starving, and I mean starving, the people of Gaza, the Palestinian people, as an ongoing effort to ethnically cleanse the population.
This Freedom Flotilla coalition has very courageously stepped up to the plate to try to break through the decades-long siege and occupation on Gaza to deliver this life-saving aid.
Get them a flag.
Because the problem is not merely that war exists, as horrific as that is. The problem is not merely that racism exists, as horrific as that is. The problem is that we have a system that's based on extraction, exploitation, oppression. It is a global system of empire. It is a global system of capitalism, and we cannot reform capitalism any more than we can reform white supremacy or we can reform heteropatriarchy. We need an entirely new system, and that means we must resist.
Number one, we need to exert maximum pressure on the government of Malta to let the ship dock and to not seize its contents. These contents are humanitarian aid, which has long been denied for over 2 months now by the illegal occupying force, which is the Zionist state of Israel.
So sitting in the middle of this conference and finding out that the Freedom Flotilla has been drone striked in Maltese waters and is being absolutely abandoned out in the middle of the ocean right now, sinking as we speak with people on it, carrying humanitarian supplies to the people in Gaza.
And people are still on board. There's 18 people still on board the ship because they refuse to let that cargo sink into the water because it can save lives in Gaza right now. This is already outrageous enough, but to make matters worse, the plane that Israel used to bomb this ship was made in the US, right here in Marietta, Georgia.
Exploitation, oppression, domination, everywhere it comes.
The Lockheed Martin facility that makes these planes receives our tax dollars, billions of them every year.
And realizing the direct connection between those funds being used to perpetrate a genocide on the other side of the world.
Of our tax money that we pay to our government for services that we need.
We're sitting here having arguments about funding our schools, our healthcare infrastructure crumbling. You know, we're fighting tariff wars to bring back manufacturing, and I'm like, oh, hey, we actually do have manufacturing in this country. What are we manufacturing? Instead of manufacturing things that we need to be a thriving society here in the United States, we're manufacturing destruction and death and exporting that.
And in 2024 alone, this number was $16 billion. $16 billion of our tax money went to make these aircrafts that are bombing not only people, men, women, children in Gaza, but also in the West Bank, also in Lebanon, also in Syria, also in Yemen, also in Iran, and now they're bombing aid ships as well.
This is a part of a long-going program that the Israeli government has been executing. This is just the latest effort within it that the international community at this point is completely complicit in, but particularly the Trump government, and before it, the Biden government. So this is a bipartisan imperialist agenda that's being run by the US government.
Instead of providing for us, they are giving us money to make war, to make death, to make genocide.
The current system connects Atlanta to Gaza with bombs. Our system connects Atlanta to Gaza with solidarity, and that means a boat full of medicine and food and life-giving materials.
So I personally, I'm calling on folks from all over the country to look and see, who is manufacturing these weapons where you live. That instead of manufacturing things that we need here in this country, we're manufacturing death and destruction on other people's.
We have to act. We have to demonstrate solidarity with the people of Palestine, with the Freedom Flotilla Coalition, and with all other people resisting against U.S. imperialism wherever it exists in the world.
And apply pressure on both parties, those of us who are within the United States, to demand that they cease arming the state of Israel immediately, and to cease their protection of this kind of genocidal assault that the United States government is committing, and the Israeli government under Benjamin Netanyahu are committing. They need to end their defense at the level of the Security Council. That needs to end.
But those actions have to be both based on resistance and building, because no matter what issue we're talking about, the context will be somewhat different. Help join me in building a movement of both resistance and building. Another world is possible, and we're going to have to do the work. Peace.